Looks like his arm's coming off. Pudge, nice Pudge. Jeter! Jeter Rook, nice! Hey there, y'all. Bunkle here. Hope you've been having a great day. Hope every day is a blessed day for you and y'all. Ooh, I gotta adjust this. Sorry. So, I got here a box. Got a brick. Another episode of Breaking Bricks. So, these are 1993 Topps Series 1 baseball cards. Now, this could be a fun brick. Looking for, of course, the Jeter rookie. There's lots of other Hall of Famers possibly and all that in here, but the Jeter rookie is the key of what I'd be looking for. Now, there's 500 cards in this box, so I guarantee we're going to have some fun going through this. Got a bunch of frappers good to go. I got some top loadies also good to go. Let's get popping to this. This is one I've had sitting on the shelf for a little while that I wanted to get to. Look at that. Ooh. Now, unfortunately, these are not the gold ones, which would be even cooler, but, you know, I still think that these are going to be great. Let's see. And they look like they've been unchecked. I mean, you can see the stripes. So, the stripes usually are the giveaway. All right. We're starting off here with Jose Guzman. Now, I might not go through all the names or players. I might, but we'll see exactly how it goes. Junior Ortiz. Kenny Lofton with the Gold Cup rookie. Very cool. I think I'll frapper that one. Bill Gullickson. Russ Swan. Chris Donalds. Barry Bonds. Nice. Now, the one thing about these boxes, of course, that is a sharp-looking card. Craig Ribeck, Greg Jeffries with the Royals, away from the Metsies. Tom Pagnazzi, Paul Asemaker-Macher, Tony Phillips, Craig Wilson. Oh, Chad McDonald, not the rookie we'd be looking for yet. All right, we got ourselves a checklist to celebrate the checklist. Jeff Parrott, Will Cordero, Marquis Grissom, Gary Varsho, Jason Kendall. All right, that's not a bad hit. I'll take that. I'll frapper him up. Big Mac, Mark McGuire taking a huge cut there. Nice. Kurt Manwaring, Freddie McGriff. All right. Very cool. We'll keep this going. Dan Serafini, Dave Cochran, Jeff Innes. Eck. Nice Eckersley card. Sweet. Julio Valera, Joe Carter, Rick Green, Bill Wegman, Joe Oliver, Hojo, Preston Wilson, Tom Hankey, Gary Gaetti, Ed Nunez, John Vanderwall, Felix Jose, Todd Stevenson, Ben McDonald. Well, yeah, it looks like his arm's about to come out of the socket there. And Eric Karros. All right, let's get these off to the side a bit. And I think I'm going to wait to frapper and just grab another stack first. What do you think? Good idea? I think I heard you say good idea. All right, we'll get some more cards ready to frapper first, I think. Rocket Roger, nice. Sean Low. Roberto Hernandez. Now, one thing I don't like about these is the light color on light color print. Bothers my eyes. Junior Felix, David Hulsey, Norm Charlton. Looks like his arm's coming off. Pudge, nice Pudge. Jeter Rook, nice. Very nice. Looks slightly, just a smidge off center, but that's a really nice looking card. That's going to get a frapper and a top load. Brian Hunter, Gary DiSarcinia, Trevor Wilson, BJ Wallace, Danny Darwin, the immature kid in me, Thomas Howard, Jack McDowell, Blackjack, Rafael Palmeiro, Scott Ruskin, Chad Matola, Danny Tartable. Any relation to Tommy Mottola? I doubt it, but, you know. Bobby Bonilla, still getting paid by the Mets. No wonder he's smiling. Look at the Empire State in the back. And, yeah, well, is that the Woolworth building? We got the Woolworth building? No. You got the Empire State, and I think the Woolworth. Whatever. We got buildings. Dan Pasqua, Steve Wilson, Rick DeLucia, Spike Owen, Buddy Groom, Brent Main, Doug DeCenzo, Kevin Wickander, Greg Harris, Roberto Alomar, nice Hall of Famer, Kirby Puckett with the huge bat. Swinging a huge bat there. Benito Santiago, Benny and the Jets. Paul Sorrento, Mike Balecki, Tim Hewlett, Darren Lewis, Jerry Brown, Carney Lansford, Pete Shurik, Larry Walker with a The helmets look like bowling balls in there. Wade Boggs, nice. Brian McRae, Andre Galarraga, Robbie Thompson, Mike Butcher, and Jeff Tackett. All right, let's get those into that pile over there. And let's start frapping some of these up. That Jeter goes definitely into a top load. Got to be extra super careful. Now, in a PSA 10, if I'm not mistaken, that's still somewhere around $300. So that could be a really nice hit. That would pay for the box. I'll take a good look at it later, though. That would pay for the box and then some. I mean, pay for the box and maybe a couple others. I forget exactly what I paid for this. I've had it sitting on the shelf for, geez, a couple months. Sometimes that'll happen because I get backed up and I might get like boxes and boxes of stuff in. And then I get backed up because I don't remember or I don't know or I just put things for later. And, you know, when you grab as many sometimes as I do, I wouldn't say I go on a spree because that's not exactly it. It's more so, you know, if there's a box of rack packs that I'm picking up for like 30 cents each or 40 cents each, no matter what year, I'll pick them up. I mean, there's going to be some fun stuff in there. If it's a box of bricks, you know, vending boxes, I'll pick it up. I mean, especially if the price is right. And then I get backed up because, you know, there's a lot of cards. So, I mean, there's definitely some good buys to be had out there, especially on the eBays, as well as a couple other websites that I peruse. And I have said it before, I don't exactly look for something. I look for something cool. I look for something that I think is going to be fun. And, you know, if it's potential, you know, rip it, flip it, collect what you love, and I could find something that's gradable or worth flipping out to somebody who likes it and make a few bucks off of it, I definitely will, so I can get something I'd like. I mean, I'm working on the bunch of sets from like 72 all the way through the 90s. Tops mostly, although if I could put together the Fleer and the Donruss on the upper deck, well, that'd be fun too. But in an upcoming video, I actually have one set that I picked up, I believe, at a really good price on the eBays. So there's that also. And if you are looking for cool cards, I'm going to be posting a bunch more on my eBay account. Not only cards, but other stuff also that I find in my travels. I'll be posting a link down below, so y'all could peruse and maybe find stuff you like. I mean, I know that a couple viewers have already found some cool stuff on there, and they've made mentions. The team packs in particular, people seem to like those. I have fun putting those together. Okay, we got Ellis Burks, Jeff King, Joe Hesketh, Al Osuna, Todd Stottlemyre, Ron Gant, Barry Larkin, Jeff Bagwell, Oral Hershiser, John Wetland. Now, I think he's going to be Hall of Fame pretty shortly, but that's badly scented card. Bernie Williams, nice. Harold Baines. I mean, this box definitely has not been gone through. Brady Anderson, John Smiley, Roger Pavlik, Freddie Benavides, Delino DeShields, Kevin Reimer, Luis Rivera, Mike Stanton, Ray Sanchez, The Wizard of Oz, nice. Shane Mack, Moises Alou, Darryl Kyle, Tino Martinez with the Mariners there. David Justice. Think someday he's going to be Hall of Fame. He should be. He's got the numbers for it. Dave Stewart, Jose Lind, Kurt Stillwell, Scott Fletcher, Jose Guzman, Junior Ortiz, Kenny Lofton, another one. Bill Gullickson. All right, we got another checklist. Celebrate the checklist. Tony Gwynn, Kirk McCaskill, Mark Wallers, Scott Leus, Jay Howell, Mike Munoz, Tim Belcher, Pat Borders, Xavier Hernandez, Mike Boddicker, Cal Daniels, Scott Champerino, Tim Scott, Jim Bullinger, Darryl Dalton, and Greg Hibbard. All right, let's grab another stack from here. All right, we're seeing Tommy Green, Keith Miller, Jim Eisenreich, Dwayne Henry, Todd Burns, Chris Sabo, Derek May, Donnie Baseball, nice, Brooke Jacoby, Doug Jones, Rusty Meacham, Rusty. Think about Rusty Staub. Carlos Martinez, got Charlie Hayes, John Keeley, Greg Olson, Scott Scudder, Juan Gone, Ramon Martinez, that's Pedro's brother. Jesse Orozco, Mike Schooler, Tim Fortuno, Mike Williams. Yeah, Mike Williams. Pete Harnish, Luis Soho, Esteban Beltre, Smoltzy, nice. Maddox, Smoltz and them Maddox, nice. Mike Flanagan, another great pitcher there. Dave Nilsson, Rick Reed, Jay Bell, Pete Incaviglia, Lou Whitaker, should be Hall of Fame, should have gone in with Trammell. Willie Banks, Johnny Franco, Mike Moore, Knobloch, his name is a verb. Gary Carter, Hall of Famer. Lenny Webster, Dave Valle, Rene Gonzalez, Mickey Mordini, Frank Tanana Banana, and Alejandro Pena. All right, let's get these off to the side. I got to balance out my table here. It's a little bit slanted in the middle. It's what you get for working on a folding table that's old and folded. All right, next little stack here. Then I'll frapper those up. Sorry about that, y'all. Had to step away for a second. Got Tim Burke, Dave Fleming, Leo Gomez, Phil Stevenson, Gerald Clark, David Segui, Kevin Moss. Now, he was supposed to be the next Mickey Mantle. That didn't happen. Sandberg, nice. Gino Petralli, Rags. Mel Hall, Derek Bell. Glavine, all right. We got all the Braves pitchers. Ron Karkovice. Franklin Stubbs, Mark McLemore, Dick Schofeld, Scott Cervase, Eddie Taubensee, Brian Harper, Sam Horn. He was supposed to be a major slugger with the Red Sox when he came up. Had a decent career, not really everything that it was supposed to be either. Lee Smith. It's one thing you got to watch out with rookies. Rookies and young, you never know. Got Jeff Fry, Jeff Riboulet, Eric Young, Dave Winfield, Tom Goodwin, Mike Hartley, Scott Bankhead, Eric Anthony, Wally Joyner, Wally World, Cal Ripken Jr., nice, Gene Larkin, Todd Worrell, Ron Darling, Willie Wilson, Jamie Navarro, Bert Blyleven, and Mike Gallego. All right, let's get these off to the side and get some frappers on these bad boys. I can move the box out of the way maybe and show off the wall a bit with the Jeter in the middle there. I think that'd be a great idea. Although there's been so many Hall of Famers and great cards in this box, the wall's already crowded. Yeah, I know. Big problems. I know. Now, I didn't look up the PSA values on all of these. I figured, nah, you know what? I'm just not going to go into all that. It's known what I'd be looking for. I'm looking for the Jeter, and if I find multiples in here, well, that's even better. I mean, not only Jeter, but all the Hall of Famers. That's great. And these are in crispy, fresh condition, that's for sure. I mean, not even a ding. The centering on some of them is a bit off. It's typical. It's somewhat typical. All right, we got Glavine. Got Rhino, Ryan Sandberg. Gary Carter. Greg Maddux with the Cubbies. He's with the Cubbies. Ends up with the Braves. Ends up Hall of Famer. Story at 6. John Smoltz. Donnie Baseball. Nice Donnie Baseball. Great centering on that one. Yeah, I got to take a better look at these later. I'd say on PSA, these are, there's been a few that are really great for submission, but I want to make sure that, you know what, in a 10, they'd be worth it. Are they in a 9? I mean, it's one of those things that you got to question. If it comes back with a 9, is it worth the slab? It's one of those things. I mean, especially with the junkwax era cards and, you know, slightly post-junkwax, although 93 some people still consider junkwax. And it's kind of like that marginal time, I think. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, although thinking about it, there were a lot of sets and a lot of things. It's kind of like right now also, where there's like 96 things that they're trying to make you collect all at once, and it doesn't always work. I mean, they're obviously now, just like then, trying to pump as many cards out as they can, and people are buying into it. So I also hear that we're having a like a slabbing junk era where people are slabbing up stuff that, maybe should not be, and the slabs are selling for incredible amounts, but they probably shouldn't be. Time will tell. That I could say. Time will tell. Just like with all investments or value purchases. You got Joe Hesketh, Roger Pavlik, Freddie Benavides, Delino DeShields, Bagwell. Seen that before already. Mike Stanton, Ray Sanchez, Harold Baines. We're going to be seeing doubles here, that's for sure. Brady Anderson, John Smiley, Tino Martinez, David Justice, Kevin Reimer, Luis Rivera, Scotty Fletcher, Ozzie Smith again. And I'm just throwing things around, and I threw Jeter down. All right, there we go. Shane Mack, Moises Alou, Darryl Kyle, Kyle Abbott, Dave Stewart, Jose Lind, Kurt Stillwell, Mike Jackson, not Michael Jackson, Mike Jackson, Dwayne Ward, Mark Leiter, Rob Deere, JT Brulette, Jeff Facero, Mo Vaughn, Omar Vizquel, Chris Nabholz, and another checklist. Celebrate the checklist. Jeff Montgomery, Louis Alicea, Joey Cora, Tom Candiotti, Jeff Grotwald, Mike Gardner, Pedro Munoz, Devon White, Rockin' Robin Yount. I figure out how to keep that on that side and get cards on this side. And Luis Salazar, Mike Magnate, Terry Steinbach, Sammy Sosa, Badly Centered, Sit Down Sammy, Sandy Alomar, Mike Stanley, Kent Herbeck, Frankie V, John Olerud, Jose Melendez, Denny Nagel, Dan Walters, Craig Colbert, Carlton Fisk, nice. Seen that before. Otis Nixon, Pat Kelly, Bobby Ojeda, Damon Berryhill, Mark Portugal, Jose Rijo, Mark Whiten, Mike Lavaliere, Mike Pagliarulo, Kurt Knudsen, Travis Fryman, Candy Maldonado, and Will the Thrill Clark. All right, we got a few more to frapper up here. Let's see, can I move that to one side and the other to the other side? And I got to move stuff to some side here. Maybe that would be better. Do this to here. And then I'm covering up part of it, but that's okay. There we go. Okay. All right, we got the Carlton Plop Plop Fisk into a frapper. And then Rockin' Robin Yount. Ozzie Smith. Harold Baines. And Jeff Bagwell. All right, let's... Ooh, and a bunch of them just fell down there. They're falling down on the job. Sorry about that, y'all. Never a dull moment in the Bunkle house, that's for sure. All right, let's get these next stack going here. See what we find in this. Now, I think that's okay over there. Okay, we got Eric Anthony. I'm trying to see this also. Okay, there we go. Wally Joyner. Cal Ripken, nice. Gene Larkin. Todd Worrell. Ronnie Darling. Willie Wilson. Jamie Navarro. Bert Blyleven again. Mike Gallego. Tommy Goreen. Keith Miller. Jim Eisenreich. Dwayne Henry. Todd Burns. Chris Sabo. Derek May. Wes Chamberlain. Donnie Baseball again. Nice. Brooke Jacoby. Doug Jones. Rusty Meacham. Carlos Martinez. Charlie Hayes. John Keeley. Greg Olson. Scott Scudder. Juan Gonzo again. Pedro's brother one more time. Jesse Orozco. Mike Schooler. Tim Fortugno. Mike Williams. Pete Harnish. Louis Soho. Esteban Beltre. Johnny Smoltz one more time. Great. And followed up by Greg Maddox. All right. Double Hall of Famers. Bang, bang. Mike Flanagan. Oh, if these are in the same order, might be seeing another Jeter pretty soon. Mel Rojas. Dave Nilsson. Rick Reed. Jay Bell. Pete Incaviglia. Lou Whitaker. Willie Banks. Johnny Franco. Knobloch. Gary Carter one more time. Lenny Webster, Dave Valle, Rene Gonzalez, Mickey Morandini, Frank Tanana. Nope, they seem to have changed order again. Alejandro Pena, Ellis Burks, Mike Moore, Al Osuna, Todd Stottlemyre, Ron Gant, Barry Larkin, Orel Hershiser, John Wetland, Bertie Williams. Yeah, I know I frappered those up before. Jeff King. Frapping them up before because you know what? I figured the first time, yeah, but second time, I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe I'll get back to them at another time. But I got a lot of stuff on the Wall of Fame right now. All right, got the Barry Larkin going up. Yeah, there's easily 50, 60 cards up on the Wall of Fame. I can't even count right now. It's a lot of cards. Gary Carter. A lot of doubles, that's for sure, which makes sense. I mean, if there's 300-something cards in a particular series, I think it was like 350 in Series 1, it kind of makes sense that you're going to be getting a lot of doubles in a 500-count box. I mean, you're going to be getting at least 150 doubles. Not necessarily triples, but doubles at least. I mean, you might get some triples. I wouldn't mind finding three Derek Jeters in here. That'd be cool. I mean, at this point, it'd be really nice to find a second one. Well, it's been nice finding the first one. Come on, let me not be too greedy here. Maybe. Okay, got the Ripken all frappered up. Now, let me get the rest of these cards out of this box. Put those over there. That makes sense. And I can get all of these cards back into this box for later perusal, or maybe just putting together the set, because I definitely have enough cards to put together a hand-collated set of the 93s by now. Almost picked one up the other day. I was bidding on the gold. Somebody had the gold set up for sale on eBay, but it was a little bit too much for my pocket, that's for sure. And especially after this other set that I picked up that was, in my heart of hearts, definitely much more valued. But, you know, again, it's one of those ones from my childhood. Now, I'll show you all in another video, don't worry. You'll see my treasured pickup. Got Rob Ducey, Luis Gonzalez, Bruce Hurst, Mickey Tettleton, Ray Langford, Pat Howell, Doug Henry, Vince Horseman, Real Cormier, Eric Fox, John Kruk, Ken Griffey Jr. All right, we haven't seen that one yet. Put that one sideways there. Got Tim Wakefield, nice. Pirates, that's a very early Wakefield. And I think I put one of those up before, but I think I'm going to put it up again. Steve Finley. I don't know, I think Chuck U. Finley. Mark Lemke, Melito Perez, Dave Rollins, Kenny Rogers, not the Roasters, Scott Livingston, Andre Dawson, nice. We haven't seen that one yet either. Jeremy Hernandez, Damian Easley, Tom Hankey, Gary Gaetti, we've seen that. Ed Nunez, Ray Eyrolt, Greg Vaughn, Ben McDonald, we saw that one already. Eric Karros, Jeff Hewson, Roberto Hernandez, Junior Felix, David Hulsey, Norm Charlton, Carlos Garcia, Brian Hunter, Gary DiSarcina, Trevor Wilson, Paul Molitor, Danny Darwin, and Thomas Howard. All right, let's get those inside the box. And get those frappered up. Then we can go to another little pile. I mean, you definitely get your bang for the buck if you get the right price on a vending box, that's for sure, if it hasn't been tampered with. And I've seen a couple that definitely were, but many others that have not been. So this one, I would say definitely, based on that, has not been. And that was a nice hit so far. As well as all the other greats. I mean, definitely some awesome looking cards there. That Griffey is really nicely centered also. All right, this last little pile out of this 500 count box. Let's see what we got in here. There, I think that's a better location. Blackjack McDowell again, Rafael Palmeiro, Scott Ruskin, Doug Drabeck, Danny Tartabull, Bobby Bowe, Dan Pasqua, Steve Wilson, Rich DeLucia, Spike Owen, Buddy Groom, Brett Main, Doug DeCenzo, Greg Harris, Robbie Alomar, Kirby Puckett with the huge bat again, Benny Santiago, Paul Sorrento, Mike Malecki, Tim Hewlett, Darren Lewis, Jerry Brown, Wickander, Larry Walker, Wade Boggs, Brian McRae, Andre Galarraga, Mike Butcher, Jeff Tackett, Michael Jackson, Carney Lansford, Jeff Schruick, JT Bruett, Jeff Facero, Mo Vaughn, Robbie Thompson, and we celebrate another checklist. Jeff Montgomery, Dwayne Ward, Mark Leiter, and Rob Deere. Okay, now these I'm going to move to the side over here. And I'm going to put these on top so I can get to frapping them after I get done with all of this stack here. One last stack to go. What special cards do we have in here? We'll find out now together. Got Mike Gardner, Pedro Munoz, Omar Vizquel, Chris Nabholz, Mike Magnati, Nanti, Luis Alicea, Joey Cora, Tom Candiotti, Jeff Grotwald, Frankie Viola, Devon White, Robin Yount. Now you say I put those on the wrong side again. Thinking about it. Luis Salazar, Terry Steinbeck, Sammy Sosa, also badly centered. Sandy Alomar, Mike Stanley, Kent Herbeck, John Olerud, Jose Melendez, Denny Nagel, Dan Walters. We haven't seen any of the draft pick cards since early on. Craig Colbert, Carlton Fisk. Not saying that's anything, just notice I haven't seen any of them. It's like there were a bunch starting off and not many now. Otis Nixon, Pat Kelly, Bobby Ojeda, Damon Berryhill, Mark Portugal, Jose Rijo, Mark Whiten. Looks like he's about to throw a fastball. Mike Lavalier, Mike Pags, Pagliarulo, Kurt Knudsen, Travis Fryman, Candy Maldonado, Will the Throw Clark, Tim Burke, Dave Fleming, Leo Gomez, Phil Stevenson, Gerald Clark, David Segui, Kevin Moss, really badly centered, Rhino again, Gino Petralli, Rags Rigetti, Mel Hall, Derek Bell, Tom Glavine one more time, Ron Karkovice, Franklin Stubbs, Mark McLemore, Dick Schofield, Scott Cervase, Eddie Tubbensee, Brian Harper, Sam Horn, Mariano Duncan, Lee Smith, another Hall of Famer there, Steve Foster, Jeff Fry, Jeff Rebolet, Eric Young, Winfield, all excited about this box. He's happy, maybe he's happy he hit one. Tom Goodwin, Mike Hartley, and finishing it up with Scott Bankhead. Okay, well, not the Bankhead like in Atlanta, but Scott Bankhead. All right, so not too shabby, I'd say. We got one Jeter out of this. That's sweet. Whole lot of Hall of Famers. We still got some of these to frap her up. I mean, this is some crazy wall. And I put the Tim Wakefield up there. I think he's going to be, but that's just my personal opinion. And if I'm not mistaken, 93 is his rookie. I could be wrong on that also. I got to find out. I think so, but he was a great reliever. All right, we got Tommy Glavine. Now, what do I do with all of these? Well, I think some of them are going to go into Hall of Fame packs. Some of them I'm going to be taking a look at and possibly sending out for grading. But like I say, I got to check the pricing on them first because I'm putting together a collection of graded cards, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I want many or any from 93 to be graded. And in my personal collection, I mean, if I sent the Jeter out and it came back a 10, I'd be kind of tossed. Would I sell it on eBay? You know, highest bid, probably. As opposed to keeping it as a 10 in my collection, you know what? I'd be happy with a 9 in my collection. There's other people that wanted it in a 10. I'd be happy with straight 9s in my collection and having some things as 10s. You know, stuff that I consider like extra cool. I mean, one of the great pickups that I made this past a couple weeks ago or week ago, and I was happy to receive it. And I actually showed it in another video that you may or may not have seen yet, was this really cool 1984 O-Pee-Chee Steve Carlton in a Gem 10. Now, I got that at a real good deal. So, I mean, to me, it's all about the pricing and all of that, especially if it's going to be for my personal collection. It's got to be somebody that I really like their career, and I really like the card because it's an oddball one. I mean, beyond that, it really depends. Anyway, so not too shabby. Got one Derek Jeter that looks perfectly sharp and nicely, perfectly centered, so that's a great deal. And a ton of other Hall of Famers, and I believe a couple future Hall of Famers as we move on down the road. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed. I definitely did. Leave a comment, thumbs up, subscribe, all of that great stuff. I appreciate all of y'all. Anyway, y'all take care. Stay well, stay blessed. Bunkle out.